Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin, the Wonder Twins.
Power combined form of steam.
Steam.
I don't know. I was thinking like heat and water. I've got no idea. I'm out. Never watched the Wonder Twins.
Never did that. No, the only reference I ever got was Harry Bertman attorney at law. There you go.
I
Take that
think
one off.
I think I think I've got that one, and Family Guy I think also references it as well.
Probably. Uh, yeah, they were wondrous. The Wonder Twins.
Wondrous.
Yeah. So, we're here still talking about Elfen Lied.
Yes.
Lead.
We're talking Lidl.
Little.
We're talking about 3 episodes tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Episodes 10, 11, and in between those we'll be discussing the OVA that was released.
Yeah.
Quite the episode. We'll get to that though.
It doesn't quite fit in. It's weird.
No, it's sort of shit, quite honestly. But it's not very good. But I think we found that with the. I feel like that was the case with the Steins Gate OVA as well.
But no, this OVA is like the best, man. It's just like Family Times. It's BoJack Horseman type like
Oh God.
stuff.
Well, kicking us off with the first episode, episode 10, is called Infant. And at the end of the last episode, we were back at the front door of the restaurant again with New and Nana facing off. Well, Nana really facing off with New, I guess.
Ah, yes, I know.
Well, Lucy? No.
It's
Wait.
Lucy.
It is Lucy. Yes, you're right. It is Lucy.
She's like, I'm gonna kill you, little fishy.
She does say
I'm
that.
gonna kill you, little fish.
He's got such good nicknames.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically this is all in Nana's face. It's like, oh, here, eh? We're going to finish it off. And so, no, don't fight. And then Nana pushes her over or something.
Uh,
It cuts and she's fallen over. And then,
yeah.
Kouta going, what's that noise?
Yeah, he's kind of oblivious to most things.
He's super oblivious, which is a good thing. Cause
isn't this? I feel like it's where. Is it Yuka, like realizes that Lucy's not in her bed anymore?
yeah, because she goes to do something.
Yeah, I think he's failing at cooking again.
Oh, he cuts his finger.
That's what it is. Yeah, he's failing at something.
Cutting spring onions.
And himself.
Yeah. He's does better than Nana does, but we'll find out that in the other episode.
Yeah, that's horrific.
It is.
But yeah, in an effort to stop the fighting that is going on at the front door, we have Mayu, who gets in the way and just goes up and gives Lucy a big hug. It's like, hey, stop that shit.
Yeah, and then she gets a mighty X in her back.
She does. It's like she gets the Elon Musk symbol slashed in her back for some reason. It's like if Elon Musk was Zorro, that's how he would cut people's clothes with his samurai sword.
Samurai sword. Not even like we fencer.
No, Elon's too much of a weirdo. for fencing.
I don't know, man. Fencing's a bit more weird though than samurai sword these days. Like
It's definitely hoity-toity, or at
hoity-toity.
least it is in my eyes, because it was definitely done by people who had a lot more money than I did.
Well, like katanas or the fencing.
The fencing.
Katanas, I don't know.
Oh
Anyway,
no, I've known many a person with a katana in their fireplace.
and many of the people, yeah,
Yeah, weebs.
weebs. I don't know. That's true.
I've known many.
Yes. Anyway,
Known
so
many.
Rika starts the fighting, and then Lucy turns back to Mew somehow. Can't remember. And then Nana goes, "Oh yeah, she is kind." All right, and then the other two appear. Coyote,
What's
we
all
call
this
him
then?
Coyote,
Kouta?
Kouta, Coyote.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, he appears and goes, What's all this then? Oh, Mew, what are you doing out? You shouldn't be thing." And then Mayu reintroduces Nana and goes, "Oh, she's my friend. She needs some food, or she stay the night because she's like me, homeless, etc., etc." And then she comes in, and they're eating rice, and Mew's like eating rice, and then she eats the rice, and then Mew kind of offers her rice, and then it does a wee flashback to 5 minutes before
Mm-hmm.
about something. Can't remember what. I only watched them today and kind of forgotten them already. Uh, and Nana's like, "No, I can't. How dare you? How dare should I apologize for Lucy's actions? She's the one in the wrong. She's the one in the wrong. She's the one in the wrong." And Kota, and it's just, all right, well, fine. Be like that.
Yeah.
And then what happens is she doesn't storm out of that. That's like next episode,
That's
isn't it?
maybe two or three other times she does that.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to remember. I feel like we cut away
Oh, are we not?
to the flashback.
Oh, they're talking to a flashback.
Well, no, like the most of the episode is flashback.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's all about like
Oh, the director.
the Kuruma and Professor Kazukawa.
Oh yeah, that's in this one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Anyway,
and they like how that happens and stuff.
yeah. So it goes back to the island, and the director essentially reminiscing of him getting chewed out by his big boss. Then knocks over a photo and goes, "I ain't, ain't going to get this person." And then they do a flashback and shows his life story, how he got into the business.
How Kazukawa was like, "Hey, you should come and work on this project that my father has me working on. This is like fresh out of university," and he's like, "Nah, I don't want to," and he does it. So
He does it because we'll change mankind.
yeah, yeah. I mean, not maybe not for the best, but yeah, it'll do it.
He didn't say for the best. It was
He didn't. You're right. It was not technically false advertising. He just claimed that it would change things. So
that, and he wasn't wrong.
no, he was not. He was
Uh,
not wrong.
so they're kind of working away, shooting bullets at the dudes. Uh, um, and then one escapes because he's like, "Oh, well, maybe we shouldn't do these torturous tests on them. Instead, maybe work out how they're all just spawning in this one place."
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't torture them. These
Yeah.
things that can murder us quite easily when they get mad.
Oh, but they're monsters.
They are.
Monsters, because when they turn 3, they kill the parents, and then they just go on
Yeah.
another rampage. Yeah,
There's
that's
a lot of 3-year-olds killing their parents in this one and random strangers.
yeah. And then one breaks out and touches him with the hands,
That's right.
touches the director and his assistant.
It does come to the door holding a person's head. It's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, hey."
I should thank you.
And he's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, fuck."
And then the son takes a
Kazukawa
takes a
fucking
shotgun her in the head or rifles her in the head.
yeah, head explode.
Mm.
Uh, but
And
she's dead now.
yeah, so and then it kind of fast forwards,
To
fast
the, to
forwards
the
to a
birth of
point.
his child.
Well, fast forwards to the birth of the other person's child, who has
Oh,
horns,
that's right.
and he's like, right,
Yes.
you got to kill her because but she's horns, she's my daughter. I can't be doing that. No, we got to kill her. I'll go and do
Yep.
it. It's fine.
It's fine. And I like there's a bit in this where the person's like, you don't have to offer to murder all the children.
Yeah,
It's just kind of it's like either he's enjoying this or he's taking on a lot of burden.
yeah. Uh, and then there's also another scene where it's like 4 years ago, this child, and like they hunt them down. Or was that next episode? Because they all merge
It all merges together.
horribly.
I
Because
mean, let's just stick with the high level in this one. Uh he's 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 murdering kids, and then he gets a taste of his own medicine when it turns out that his wife is struggling through labor, and his
turns out,
daughter is born a monster.
yeah, she she had cervical cancer or something,
Yes, and
and
they gave her a hysterectomy
yeah, and
after the birth,
the
and she's
C-section,
stabilized, sort of.
yeah. And then he got up, looked at her. Ah, shit, she's got horns. Going to have to kill her now. And the wife was like, "No, you can't be doing that. What are you doing? What the fuck?" Ah.
Yeah,
And then she kind of collapses, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And the doctor's like, "Yeah, she shouldn't have done all that. That was a bit strenuous for her, like right after an operation."
please, if you could refrain from telling her that you're going to murder her newly born child.
Yeah,
That was clearly too much for her in her current state. And he's like, yeah, you're probably right. Anyway,
yeah. So she's kind of got internal bleeding, and
hmm
then he goes at it again, looking at, "Oh, where's my daughter? Oh, in the nursery. Oh, okay." So he goes to the nursery, and he's going to
I do
kill the
like how
baby
he does
again.
that as well. It's like, oh yeah, you're right. Anyway, where's the baby?
Yeah, pretty much. And he goes to the nursery and tries to kill the baby again. When his wife appears,
Yep,
somehow
bleeding
knows
everywhere.
bleeding everywhere, just all the blood.
Yep, it's like, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, I
Don't do
can't
it.
have another one now. This is
No,
your only daughter. You can't kill her. You can't kill her.
and
God damn it! And then she kind of bleeds out in
she
his
just
arms,
dies.
and he's like,
Yep, she
"Fine,
just.
I won't kill the daughter." But
That's probably about the same level of emotion he does give it. He's like, I guess I won't do it.
yeah,
You know.
uh, and I believe he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah. Um,
His daughter is called Mariko.
Mariko, yeah. Who is number 35?
Yeah, and it was of course born a Diclonius, and I suppose at this point this is where we also start to find out the fact that Lucy is the original, like she's the source of this all. Like all the other ones that were born and as a result of the infection, were born from her infecting those people.
Yeah, I think potentially. Anyway,
Yeah,
and the son basically gets jealous of Kurumi. Kurumi?
Kuruma.
Kuruma?
Close. Yep.
Kuruma.
Kuruma.
I Kurumba.
I Kuruma. Yeah,
I
that guy.
Kurumba. Anyway, he's gets jealous of him because he's worked out how they bred just by
Mm-hmm.
going, oh, these two people, we both got touched. It must be this.
Mm-hmm. It must be. I was a fool not to see it.
Yeah. And then the other guy was like, well, I'm going to do my research in the virus somewhere else. See ya. Bye.
Peace out.
Yeah. And that's like that bit.
I think that's the end of the flashbacks, because then I think we kind of cut back to the house for a little bit to see that things have kind of calmed down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that.
Nobody's trying to kill each other anymore.
Yeah. Nana's committing to herself, thinking she's happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or is that the next episode? There's things that are happening.
But we do, after we kind of go back to the house and everything's sort of okay, we cut to present day Science Mountain, and we get to open the big doors to find the new daughter.
No.
Yeah, that's how this episode ends. Because I remember thinking, "Holy shit, you're going to end this episode, and now you're going to go and make me watch this OVA that talks about some bullshit for a half hour, only for me to get back to the story again in episode 11." I was quite frustrated.
You didn't have to watch it. But you were so excited about it. Oh, yeah, approaches this point.
I have it on the disc. We might as well watch it. Yeah. So like, they kind of walk in towards the big vault that number 35 is kept in, and they open the first of the two doors, and you see loads of arms.
Yeah, you get to see the arms. They actually
They're
manifest.
actually, yeah, they're there. They're very powerful, and there are many.
And you find out she's the third generation.
Yes, she has 26 vectors. I think is how many that she has.
Something like that, yeah.
A lot of vectors.
A lot of them. There's a lot of hands, and they can stretch 11 meters.
Which is a significant improvement over the 2 meters that Lucy can manage. So,
yep, and the 3 meters that the other one can.
Nana can do a bit better.
Yeah,
but not 11 meters good. So,
no.
And I think that's the bit where they're like, and now it's time to unleash this thing.
Yeah, and it's I think it ends there.
Yeah, it does.
It's an episode that explains some stuff.
Yeah, I think some of it's a bit hand wavy.
And the whole hand's hand wavy.
Yeah,
literally invisible hands waving everywhere.
That's true. It's very true. I did like the end scene of seeing 35's hands, the vectors.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite cool.
Yeah.
What do you rate this one then? Do you think?
I'm sure we missed a lot out of it. There's no.
I think we talked about the main selling points.
People did stuff. This is how things happened, and then the big spooky arm person in a big tomb.
Yeah, we got from A to B successfully, and I think hit all the major points.
Okay.
All we really need to do.
Alright, if you insist. Like I say, I've forgotten about it, so I'm going to say I'll give it a 6 because It's not
Yeah.
that noteworthy.
Yeah, I don't think it's that noteworthy either. I think the only real interesting bit I think is the last, like the background and stuff like that's fairly interesting, but it's not all that great. But seeing number 35 is kind of cool. So
Yeah, number 35.
so mixing things up, of course, we're not going to go and talk about episode 11 now. we're, we're going to go and talk about episode 10 and a half.
Yeah, the family values episode.
In the passing rain, or how can a girl have reached such feelings? In the passing rain, I think is the name I've seen most commonly referred to.
Passing feelings?
I don't know. It's the whole episode title apparently is "In the Passing Rain" or "How Can a Girl Have Reached Such Feelings?" But there's also the German translation, which I think is Regenschauer, which is rain shower.
Alright. Well, certainly an episode.
Yeah, yeah.
So this one here, we get into Nana needs to find a way to make herself useful to stay in the household.
Yep. Because any good harem requires work to be done.
Oh well, they've got to keep the upkeep of it.
I like that he was supposed to do that himself originally, and now
Yeah,
I don't know that he actually does any work.
he does something because he says everyone does something here.
Yeah, I'm debating what it is that he does though, other than cuts himself or is told that he's bad at cooking.
He lords over everyone.
He does do that, yeah.
He's the lord of the manor. Anyway, so yeah, basically Nana's got to find her place in the household. So Mayu's like showing her how to do some cooking, and she burns something in the frying pan. And it's, oh no, I set it on fire. Take out the gas. Take out the gas. Don't worry about it. It's fine. How about trying chopping this cabbage? Oh yes, I should be able to chop the cabbage. And she's like, meat cleaver it. It's like cuts into the chopping board, and then
Yep.
her arms
And
pops off.
yeah, and nearly cuts
Mayu.
Mayu somewhere unpleasant, as she is utterly horrified at the existence of that knife and blade so close to her.
Very close.
Oh,
Tears her,
very.
tears her dress.
It does.
Yeah,
But
it's not easy.
so they kind of give up on that and they eventually make food, and then Kouta and New, is it New? Yeah, come back.
And Yuki.
And Yuki, not Yuki, not Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki.
Is it Yuki?
Yeah, all three of them come
Yuka.
back. Yuka.
Yuka.
Yeah.
And I do like the fact that the whole conversation of them coming back is done in the background while Nana's going like this, head and hands. And then Kouta comes in and goes, "Oh, something smells burned." It's the first thing he says as soon as he comes in. It's just it's so funny.
That's how smoke works.
It's a very good delivery.
The last episode, I think, he says, right, now there's 6 of us, we should all go to this place. And they all like, what? Just because there's 6 of us? Yeah, we should do that. Anyway, coming back to this one. Yeah, so they're talking about the fact that she's burnt the food and all that, and then he says something, and she's like, fine, I want to stay here, goodbye.
Yeah, this place is stupid anyway.
Yeah. And then they talk her down out of it.
Maybe you should just like try and clean with New. Like she'll and New does the thing where she like puts the cleaning cloth on the ground and just goes runs up and down the halls over and over and over, stopping at the steps, turning around and going back. And of course Nana's like, well, I can do that shit.
Yeah,
That should be easy.
I won't be beaten by Lucy. How dare she beat me?
Nope.
And Mayu's like,
Nope.
I don't think that's the point. It's not the point.
Nope. It's not a competition.
She's.
It's like, I'll defeat her. That's what I'll do. It's like, no, don't do that. Just do things normally, please.
Yeah. So as she cleans and falls off the stairs, and all the arms pops off, and Miu's like, "What? Arms popping off? What the hell?" And there's a leg there, and then she just kind
Yeah,
of crawls up to her,
it is
and
a
then
pretty
creepy,
good scene of her crawling.
yeah,
It's
and
Japanese horror of her just like grabbing and slowly, one arm at a time, just dragging herself. And she like drags herself up the stairs, pulls her face up that's covered in blood coming out of her nose, actually, sorry.
yeah,
And she's like, "No, give me back my leg."
I think she just says, "Give me back my leg," in like the
It's
most
so good.
creepiest voice, and then Miu's kind of
It's
like
very funny.
freaked out by it,
It's very good.
yeah, uh, and then they go off to clean some glass on the door, where she vigorously tries to clean a dark spot, which I think is probably on the opposite side of the glass.
I thought that too.
And then she falls through the door, smashing all the glass. And
That's
then
face first.
yeah, and I think she says something. Well, that's the other side dirty now. You can clean that side, Moo. And
I
then
like
Yuka,
that Mayu comes. Sorry, yeah, Yuka comes out and is like, "Oh, what happened? You're bleeding." Yeah.
it's fine,
Stupid door.
it's fine,
Everything's fine.
it's all right.
I
It
like this.
doesn't matter. I got this. No, no, we need to clean them up. Right. She goes away, and goes, "Oh, can you clean up that mess that she's made?
Then we can have dessert,
Snacks."
snacks. She's
Mhm.
like, "Haha, excellent." And it turns out to be these little bird biscuits
Bird biscuits. Yep.
that they both get and are finding very delicious. But of course, Kota gets up on his high horse and starts like berating Nana about her inability to be,
Good.
because she's like, "I don't like cleaning."
Yeah.
It's like, well, go fuck yourself. Get out of my house.
Yeah. Stop being so selfish, Nana.
Yep, yep. And she's like, "Fine, this place sucks,"
Yeah.
and she just leaves.
Just goes leaves and wanders down to the beach.
I suppose we should say is that they've been trying to give her a present this whole time because that's one of the things they were out doing, but they have been unable to do so because Kota's like, "Nah, she's been shitty. Don't give her it."
Something like that, yeah. And then, so she gets to the beach and meets Banjo Kazooie.
Bando, like, I'd like to run something past you as a theory here, which I think is incredible because she finds him because he's yelling at someone for littering on the beach and he's about to murder them.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, how far has he fallen?" It's like, well, he's hanging out on the beach, which I guess is fair. But then it occurred to me that I think the reason he's cleaning up the beach is so that if Lucy does come back, she doesn't have shit to throw at him.
Yeah, he states that later, yeah.
But I like because he's kind of doing it offhandedly later on. Because I was like, immediately I was like, "Oh, he's doing that to like make sure he's safe because he's actually learned something." Oh,
Yeah. He's learned something.
character growth.
Yeah. And then Nana he's eating like some melon bread or something that's like,
Melon bread that's
oh, shit.
sticking to the roof of his mouth.
Shitty melon bread. And then she comes along and goes, hey, how's it going? And then they have a wee chat and it goes, oh, you found her? And he's like, oh, Lucy, oh, no, I haven't found her. Honest. Looks
Definitely haven't.
looking sus, as the cool kids
As the
say.
kids say. Yeah, as the kids say. Looking totally sus.
Yeah, backs away and he's like, you got to tell me where she is, like. And it's like, alright, I'll bring her down here later.
Yeah.
And then off she goes back to the house, and then
It's
she
pretty great.
apologizes, and then
She apologizes and then's like, "We're gonna go for a walk."
yeah, we're just gonna go for. Kouta also apologizes, I think.
He does. He says he came out. He like was a little hot headed at what he's sorry.
Yeah,
So-
he's sorry too. Uh, is this the episode where Yuka gets jealous of Mayu?
Oh, the one where she has the weird like hair erection spider sense.
Yeah, And because Mai says something, "Oh, you're awesome, Kona. I like you." And she's like, "Yeah, weird ass choices there." Anyway,
I think you might be right. Actually,
yeah,
that is
it's
a really fucking wild choice.
that's a weird thing in this. Uh, and then yeah, so Nana takes Mew out for a walk, and then they're walking along through like some uh area with slippery stones. Nana falls
Hmm.
over, and Mew goes, "Ah, no, no," and then Mew also falls over, and she's like, "Oh no, Mew!" And then the rain comes on because it starts to rain quite heavily, and then they go into a
Cave.
cave shelter trying a bit.
Yep.
And then Mew starts having like weird dreams of how she got captured.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she was able to make another friend much later in life.
That's right.
I think they were maybe middle. She was, I think, middle school, going by the uniforms colors that I understand
Yeah.
of Japanese uniform colors, which I don't understand very
Ah,
much.
okay. But
I
yeah,
don't know. Give me,
they're
give it,
friends and are
yeah.
from hiding from someone that will be coming
No, police. I think because I think she did kill someone.
because she did a murder.
She
Uh,
did a murder, and then the other
mhm.
person was like, "Oh yeah, no, I really like you, so it's cool." And then there's some big talk about you'll still remember me in a few years, you won't you? Because I'm going to hand myself into the police. And then there's a bit of a romance thing going, and then
Yeah.
lights go on, and Mew's taking her hat off that she had in the flashbacks.
Yep.
This is the stupid bit. This is like the fucking stupidest. Well, there might be scientists,
Okay.
but they put the hat on. She takes the hat and says, "Oh, I'll never forget you. I'll always cherish this hat."
Yeah.
Uh, and basically, light is on, and Kouta and Chief Man's son is there. And they go, "Right, we know who you are. Oh, there's two of them. We've got to eliminate them. There's two of them because one's wearing this hat. It's it's proof that that one isn't human." It's like, what?
Uh,
What?
they're scientists.
They're scientists. They think
Mm.
good.
But she's like, no, fuck that. I'm not coming with you. But then a really clever one of the scientists slash army men runs to the side.
Oh no! It's the
No?
stupid one. The stupid one that identified the hat meant that she
That
was a
does that.
it says go to the side,
That's right.
and then the
Uh,
girl that has the hat goes, "Oh no!" and jumps and saves Lucy.
she adopts a bear scaring pose and gets really big and ends up getting shot.
Yeah, I think she throws herself at Lucy to move her out of the way.
She does. She does.
Uh,
Brrr.
and she gets shot, and she's like, "Oh no! How dare you? How, how
How very dare you? And he's like, well, the only way to save this is like, and she's like, well, you better save her. And he's like, well, I tell you what, we'll do that, but only if you come quietly. And she agrees to it, which is like kind of wow. But then I like the fact that they said it's like you have to come quietly, but they made no such deal about that. So they knock her to the ground and like batter about a bit.
I also love this statement. This bit where they knock her to the ground.
Yeah,
It's like she's got invisible arms.
yeah,
She could just
yeah.
straight up murder you from that position without any. It's you haven't restrained her in any form
No,
in her killing capacity.
we found
But
out later about their inability to use their vectors under certain circumstances.
I think that's just made up to make things
Yeah,
funny.
I do as well. That's
Yeah.
a very it's a ex machina, Deus ex machina. Like, yeah, that's what that means. That's why
Yeah.
that's happening.
No, that is what. So it must have been this one. This one's the one where the director and son meet up in a cafe, and they're talking about 4 years prior or something,
Yes,
and they
5 years.
go,
5 years. Yeah.
yeah, and they find a picture of Lucy as a child. So
Yes.
this is patient zero.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it was a
That's
weird
right.
flashback within a flashback.
And then, and then, and then we cut back to another flashback in the flashback, but it's much further on than that flashback. But it keeps cutting to like Lucy like passed out, and she's like, "Oh no, she's fading away," and there's a light in the corner that's also fading out to
Yeah,
represent her ability to be alive. Uh, and of
yeah,
course, at home, they're getting very concerned about where she is and like, oh, she should be home by now. This is really weird. Maybe they're just hiding from the rain. Um, and
yeah,
yeah, then we get to the point where it's like, oh, we're in the future now, but not the future, but in the future from where the flashback happened before, but still a flashback from where we are now
yeah,
of Karuma going up to her and going, "Oh, hey, thought you should know. The girl died. Anyway, bye."
yeah. And then Lucy basically goes, "All right, cool. Do you have any family?" And he's like, "No. Why do you ask?" "Oh, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to destroy everything."
Everything and anyone you have ever loved, I'm going to take it from you. And
And
that is the reason that she doesn't kill him in the first episode.
yeah,
Because she promised she would never kill him, but she would continue to take away everything from him.
yeah. And then I believe is this point where he's at the desk and his picture falls down and cracks. It happens like multiple
Yes.
times.
Yeah, it does. He's really clumsy with his pictures.
It's the same crack on it. It was of his wife and her being pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I. So that moves from
We
there.
should. I was going to say we should also say that Bando at this time is like, "Fuck it, she screwed me over."
Yeah. No. No. This is after. This is. I think just as Lucy kind of
Regains
regains
consciousness.
consciousness,
Okay.
the family unit appear. Oh, there you are. You're in
Yeah.
here. It's like yeah, and then I think it goes to Bando Kazooie. Uh, and
He's
then
like, God damn it!
he's
It's
just like,
oh, actually, he says it's raining. It's not so good for my suede shoes. It's good for washing away the blood, though.
oh, that's when they're
Is
initially for all
is
the
that earlier?
flashbacks. Yeah,
Oh, that's so good. That's such a good line.
and then he's standing out in the beach and goes, "God damn it!" And then he just like does like the weird animation of like Yosemite Sam type style of shooting. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah,
Goddamn rabbit.
lunatic, total lunatic.
And then the director appears behind him.
He does
Uh,
because he's got a broke. Is it? Wait, is this the broken arm bit?
no. I
Or is
think
that the next one?
I think the director. Yeah, I think that's the next one because this is kind of like both 10 and 11 get merged together a bit.
Yeah, this is essentially an episode that does not matter at all.
Yeah, but it's great. Great
Not
episode.
great.
It's great. It's
Uh,
stupid. Also, I like Bando's voice acting in this. I think they might have a different voice actor for him.
oh, really?
I don't know if it's a different voice actor or they just give him better lines to say. It's probably better lines to say because he isn't such an awkward.
He's not quite as intolerable.
Yeah, he's not. It's not as awkwardly delivering lines as he is during most of the other bit.
That's, that's fair.
Um,
But then they
yeah,
go home.
and then Nana's like, "Yeah, I actually think I've having fun. I like this
Yep.
place. I'm happy.
I'm gonna have a bath with you now.
Yeah, and then she gropes on.
And I love the fact that Mayu says, "Yep, that happened to me when I got here first too. Now you're initiated." It's like this is a fucking horrifying environment for anyone to be in.
Full on being initiated.
It's like you've been sexually assaulted. Congratulations, you're a member of this team.
Yeah.
Horrifying, horrifying.
That's yeah. And then they're just all kind of having fun in the bath.
But they give her the gifts at the very end. It's all inappropriate clothing.
Well, I don't know if it's is it? It's
I
like
don't
there
know.
was
There's
a
like
pink dress, and then there was a
I
weird.
picked this out, and then Lucy's holding a fucking purple G string with a flower on it.
Yeah, that was like what the fuck? What's that all about? Why is that even a thing in the anime? I mean, why did
I
that
don't
even?
know. I don't know.
Was that Kota's choice?
Possibly.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the thing that happened.
That whole episode. Yes, that was the thing that happened.
Nan also now says she's got a chore to do.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
feed the dog.
Yeah, she accidentally almost killed the dog.
Yeah, it kind of just ends.
Like lying on the dog lying on his back, going like, ugh.
Full belly, like I was like, Jesus.
Yeah. It just made me think of The Simpsons and Pray for Mojo.
For Mojo.
Yeah, when the monkey that uses the type, right, the speaking spell to talk, and there's like, Mojo, what have they done to you? And he's like wearing a diaper and really fat. And he types into the computer and it goes, Pray for Mojo. I imagine if the dog could type, that's what it'd be saying if his name was Mojo.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the dogs love it. Dogs love overeating.
Fair.
I think that's where the episode ends.
Yeah, this is a kind of a non-event. There are some very funny bits in it, I will admit.
Do you think?
But it's not a very good episode.
You think all their eyes are bigger in this one?
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
I think their eyes are bigger.
Some weird sort of off-market animators drawing this one for some reason.
Oh, I mean, when was this one released?
So the interesting thing is this was released a mere 6 months after the end of the show.
Oh, okay. So this is just basically fan service.
Basically, as well as it's interesting that it took them 8 years to bring it to English.
What, the OVA?
Yeah,
It's probably the song that Lucy has at the end. It's a bit
the unnecessary clothing.
The
Yeah,
unnecessary clothing at the end. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you rate it, Colin?
I like it.
I love it.
It's good. It's brought some humor into what is considered a depressing
It's pretty depressing.
and rough anime of how we victimize people, calling them monsters, and essentially they're bad for killing everyone because everyone don't like them in the first place.
Yep.
And it's like, why? I mean, you're not seeing the errors of your ways by doing this. Is because just look at Lucy. If you actually speak to her, it's like, why did he start killing people? Oh well, there was these boys, and I found this dog, and then they violently brutalized the dog. Like,
so I turned them into nothing.
So I turned them into nothing, and then it's the only thing I could do to survive, hiding in houses. So yeah, I might have killed some innocents in that, but
Maybe.
yeah, there's nothing And then I found Kouta, and he was like sweet, and I was kind of like almost back on the mend until he lied about his cousin's being a boy,
Yep.
and then he's
So I had to
like,
do some damage to some other people.
yeah, like
Uh,
the entirety of like his family. But anyway, let's that's not covered this week. That's next week's
no.
choice.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Uh,
alert.
so what's your score?
Uh, I like it. 7.
I'm gonna go with a 5. I think the content, other than the laughs, is really poor.
Nah, what? No, man. Content's all heartwarming and explaining stuff.
To be clear, none of it is heartwarming.
There's more heartwarming
It's
than
all
the rest of the show.
incredibly, yeah, it's more heartwarming than the rest of this show. Except for maybe in the first episode where Lucy warms her vector hands on someone's heart. That's heartwarming, just in a different way.
I'm not sure she's warming her vector hands on the heart.
She does punch a guy's heart out
She
directly
does.
from his chest in the first episode.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
She does do that.
She does.
So yeah, like I say, that's a bit of a weird transition. But then we go into episode 11, which is it's called complication.
Yeah, the
A little bit
complicated
of a
matter.
complication here. A little bit
Oh,
of a complication.
that'll be an ecumenical matter.
No, an ecumenical matter.
Ecumenical matter.
Was that from Father Ted?
That's Father Ted. They
Have you
got
been watching Father Ted recently?
no, it's just burned into my mind.
just stuck.
Uh, I was just thinking about it today for some reason. It's that I don't know. I sometimes when I'm concentrating in work and stuff, I make some noises, and it's been made that comments about it. And then one of the guys messaged me because I wasn't actually in the office today. Says,
Uh
"I'm
huh.
missing your noises." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I'll rig up something that'll randomly just spurt out random noises." And I thought that'll be a ecumenical matter. I don't know why.
Magical.
Anyway, yeah, that was. They teach Father Jack 3 sentences because there are 3 bishops coming, and then one bishop starts talking about faith in that, and he convinces them to quit religion. It was
Good
quite
stuff.
quite a disaster. No, wait, no, that was Dougal that convinced the guy to quit religion,
Google.
and Father Jack ends up ramming this like um miracle stone. It was getting sainthood or something, blessings on it. That's why they were there, up like the other bishop's ass.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I can't remember what Father Ted did. Oh no, the other one just died. I think he just got shot because he's quite old. So I think he went over. I think they were having trouble with the toilet, which when they flushed the toilet, it would
Mhm.
it's explode the sewer outside the house like into a big geyser, and he was just walking over it when someone flushed the toilet. It's like,
Oh god.
and had a heart attack.
I like the fact that it's like one of those common things of it's like, oh, what did happen to them? Oh no, I think they just died.
Yeah, yeah, they all
So,
died.
yeah. Um. So yeah, the last full episode, episode 10,
Hmm.
ended with us seeing the monstrosity that is number 35 or Mariko,
Hmm.
uh,
Just their
and
hands.
just her hands. But this time they kind of open the door up and they want her to come on out.
Yeah, and they're talking
Come on out to play.
about who's going to how we're going to control her because she's like an absolute monster.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's maybe because you locked her.
Bombs.
Well, no, they have the chief scientist person who's been talking to her every day, and she calls me mummy. She says, "I'm going to control her
Yes.
because she believes I'm her mother." So they open
But
the doors.
also bombs.
Oh, that's secondary. I think. I think they
No,
mention it
I don't
after
think
she
so.
comes out.
No, I don't think so, because I think the effort here is that the sequence of events, as I remember it, is she's like, "Oh, come on out! You're looking so frail. Oh, come on out!" And it's like a young girl, the same sort of setup as Lucy had, and she like unbandages the face, and she's like, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh, do you know who it is? It's mommy." And she's like, "Oh, no, it's not."
Yeah, yeah,
It just tears her in half
yeah, yeah,
in a very graphic fashion.
yeah. And then the because it's not the director that's in charge of this; it's the PA
It's the
woman.
woman.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
this
I like that the other guy goes, "I told you this would happen."
pretty much. I didn't think this was going to work. As she says, "Oh, quick, hit the bomb!" And then
And it's
half the torso,
the best way. Yeah.
his torso, of the lady just gets flung through the window at the guy, about to hit the bomb.
It stops him from hitting the bomb button. It's
Yeah,
such a great way to have that sequence happen. It's like, oh no,
yeah, yeah.
throw the body. Yeah, and it stops him from pushing the button. And
The, du-
the
for
the dude,
the
is he
fourth
not going to
part,
smash the big button?
uh, yeah, the torso of the button smashes the button, but there's like a comment. I was like, "Oh, I think she's too close. This can't be
Yes.
good." He's the
Oh, it's
smartest
so good.
person in that building.
It's yeah, it's so good, so good.
Yeah,
Because she's like, no, you're not her.
yeah. Through the window.
It's a very menacing line. Actually, the delivery is very good. Because I remember thinking it's like, oh, this will be interesting because they'll probably use her to like manipulate, how she goes. It's like, no, no, she's just gonna get torn in half. Never mind, she's gone
Yeah.
now.
She walks out and she has like a big cable stuck into her.
She
Well,
does, yeah. I guess we didn't see from Lucy because she'd already escaped at that point. So,
well, I think that's because this one's always been a baby. She was like kept in there since a baby.
oh god,
She was just locked up in that tomb for like the
oh, and that's how she was fed.
yeah. I think that's how she was fed, and then she kind of was
Oh
able to
no,
walk out with the tube in her, and then it kind of just pops off, and then she collapses, and that's when the mother fairy comes to try and pick her up, and
yeah,
then basically goes, "Hi, mother," and she's like, "No, no, you're not," and uh,
yeah.
and
The
then
guy runs and he hits the button, the big button on the wall, and is like, "Hey, get in here! Shit's gone down." And then the scientist army come in, and this is my favorite part: is if you look at one of them, they do a barrel roll through the glass,
yeah, the first one, it's just one little bit of that, and so they did.
just like one frame
Well,
of him going.
yeah, I saw that man. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I actually burst out laughing at that.
So
It's really dumb, really dumb.
that's I mean, it's not exactly the smartest anime.
No,
Uh, should say that I think she was going to go for the other scientist dude, the smart scientist person, and the lady, because they were also in the
yeah,
chamber. And
yes, it was him that pushes that. He runs away to push the button to get folk in there, and she's sort of stood there not doing anything.
no, no, well, the bomb gets pressed because it's like
Oh, it
that,
gets
that
pressed
point,
after.
not after,
Does
just
it?
gets pressed before they come out because he was able to get away, and
It was the
boom,
other half of the woman that pushes the
pressed.
bomb button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's thrown in line on the console, and she's goes,
Uh,
yeah. Um. Anyway, so yeah, she's escaped. And they still like, all right, well, pain, get on top of her. This is where we learn that when they're in pain, they can't use their vectors.
yes, and this is where we find out about the whole agreement. Is like, if she's to stay alive, this is how this is gonna work. Like,
Yeah,
if you want to let the girl live, she's got to have bombs in her.
yeah, um, yeah. That was agreement from the chief evil man.
Yeah.
But also,
She does kill quite a lot of the soldiers before they actually pull the bomb in her arm, though.
no,
Does she not? I thought
no,
she killed quite a few people.
no. The bomb goes off pretty quickly when she's down on the ground.
Oh,
I don't think she kills people too much. Anyway, so she's there doing stuff, and then it cuts back to the manor where Nana's got to find a chore because that didn't happen last episode.
that's right. That didn't happen. And she's like, "Yeah, this place is stupid." You're like, "You've done this. You've had this character arc."
Yeah, well, I mean, they did make it 6 months later after the show, so
Yeah,
they could have
yeah.
potentially put
They could have
something
done a
else
better
in
job of continuity.
of the OVA.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so anyway, she's got to find a role. Doesn't have the same. I don't think she just goes into it too much. Says, "Oh, Maya's going to show you how to do stuff," and then I think they find they can't cook, and then also find that she can't clean.
It's almost like we've been here before, but yeah.
Yeah. And then
Is she not? This
she
is where she has the break. She's the breakdown though, because this is they put the after that they put the daughter into the helicopter, and she's going on a wee trip to help
yeah
them.
yeah, but Nana points out the aspect, the picture on the mantelpiece, the bookshelf,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
or oh, that's my sister, and then Ryu's like, "I'm sorry." Oh, you talking about the shell? I'm sorry. And then she picks up some scissors and runs with them. Remember, kids,
He does.
don't run with scissors. Especially the way
Very
that you
important.
ran with them, because she had to point a bit up.
Like this, stabbing
Yeah.
up towards the air.
And then it's like, I don't know where she's gone. Maybe you should check upstairs. So the two girls go, Mew, you upstairs? Like classic children would do. And it's like, that's not a check-in, kids. You got to actually go up the stairs. And then he goes out into the garden, finds Mew. She looks like she's going to commit suicide by opening the scissors up like that at her neck.
Oh,
And then you
God.
just hear snip. And when it cuts away, and then he gets there and it's actually just cut her hair and going,
Yep.
"Oh, I'm going to be your sister. I'm sorry
Oh
for her.
God.
She forgives you. She forgives you. I'm sorry," type thing.
It's so cringy and awful, and I hate it. And I hate the fact that they then like explain it like a layman. It's like, oh, she's pretending to be her sister, his sister. You know, and like, please stop saying that.
Well,
Like, just let it happen.
see, this is episode 11, right? And by the time you get to
Yeah.
episode 11, your brain's kind of numbed from the show. So they need to do that.
Yes. A lot of things have happened.
It's, I mean, it's not as mind numbing as like Teen Titans Go or
Oh, I like Teen Titans Go.
oh yeah, but it's good.
It's mind numbing.
It's just mind numbing. It's just like
Yeah. Actually, they talk about in the movie Teen Titans Go movie or whatever it's called. Like they cover that quite a lot of how obnoxious those characters are and how difficult it is to follow it sometimes. Like my favorite joke in that is where they're like they meet with the movie producer woman and they're like, "We're going to make a Teen Titans movie," and I can't remember which one it is, but like comes out of the bathroom. It's like, "Oh, don't go in the bathroom. I totally wrecked that toilet," and he's like, "I think that's a prop toilet."
that's
And
no
the
cyborg.
yeah, the director's like, "Oh, your friends are pooping in the fake toilet. That's great." And then everyone kind of does it.
Yeah,
It's just like every time it goes back to someone, it just gets funnier and funnier and funnier. And it's the lowest common denominator of humor. But it's not the pooping part that's funny. It's the meta commentary on how terrible those characters can be and how obnoxious they are. It's just so funny. I love
one
it.
I loved one of the episodes is where it basically shows that they're like the bad guys over the hive. The hive were just like minding their own business. No, 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 no. We're walking down the street. Teen Titans Go! and then they just get beaten up by the Teen Titans.
Yep.
And it's like entire episode that they do nothing but they get beaten up by the Teen Titans because they're just that high.
There's another joke in that movie where they've made it so that no superheroes ever existed, but then they go back and undo that. And one of the things they did originally was convince Batman's parents not to walk down that alley, so they wouldn't get shot. But then to remedy that, they just like throw them into the alley to get shot.
Yeah,
it's really dark.
And they had
really dark.
I think they had the Pearls drop in a while. I think it was just after probably.
Yeah.
Was that in Justice League?
I can't remember. They also blow up. They like save and then blow up Superman's home planet, which is pretty good as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That movie is really good.
The movie was pretty good, man. Did you watch the second one?
Yeah, I did. It was also very good.
Where they meet the original Teen Titans.
Yeah, the bit I thought was funniest about that was the fact that the existence of Teen Titans Go gives a level of anger to original Teen Titans fans that no one can truly understand. They're so angry that that show, one, exists, and two, has lasted so long. And then for that show to bring back those characters into that stupid environment
yeah,
and then be done with them again.
yeah.
It's just like nice that they brought them back, but also it's like, see, we're better than you. We're the only reason that you could get this again. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it won't last long. Because we're going to keep pumping out episodes of Teen Titans Go until one of us dies.
Probably. Or it gets old. Anyway. Where were we?
We were at the bit where...
Mew is...
Yeah, she cuts her hair. It's all awkward and shit.
Turns into his sister. And then Yuka so happens comes to the gate and thinks that oh, Mew, that's cool. And then he's like, oh shit, he's got never seen that look in his face before, and runs away type thing. To find that the place has been quarantined by the police. And he's like, wait, what?
Incredible.
Those are the guys who were talking to Kouta like the first in episode 1 and 2. I better go back. And then so she goes back, but by this time Nan sensed the evil coming. And she's coming to kill me. That other one, she's coming to kill me. I have to go to save you all. And she goes out.
Can we say though, at first she's cowering in a corner crying, and Kouta comes in and is like, oh, hey, what's going on in here? He seems really not that fussed about it.
It's just an average day in the Kouta's household.
Yeah. As he then barges past him and leaves.
Yeah.
Is that quite right?
Yeah. Anyway, and then Mai explains to him that, oh yes, there's this other one, and she's going to come and kill you, type thing. So she decided, rather than everyone dying in the house, she'll go to her, stop it from happening. And then Kouta also believes, even though she was like, oh, Yuka should have been back now, she was going to get soda noodles. Soba noodles or something, I think to say.
Yeah, soba noodles, and she's like, I'll be back. Don't worry about it. I want to try soba noodles.
Yeah. And then Kouta ends up leaving too, because it's like, oh no, I can't let her do that. I'm going to walk into this danger because I know nothing.
Hey, Mayu, when what's her name gets back, tell her not to go anywhere. Yeah. And also, Mew, you stay here. And she's like, nope.
No, I'm coming. No, I told you to stay. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Chases him down the stairs.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I think there's another conversation where he tries to talk about the things, the horns and stuff. That was one of her chores that she said she was going to do. I can go and pick things from high up places. And then Maya reminds her, no, you can't do that because you got to
No.
keep that a secret, a big secret, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's like, okay.
Papa.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, because I think he and what's her name? His cousin. I can never remember her name.
Yuka.
Yuka. It's like it would be really nice to know more about Nana. And then Yuka says like, "Oh, it'd be nice to know more about New as well." And he's like, "Would it?
Yeah, I think I don't really want to know. So he's also come.
Would it be good to know?"
He's also come to the realization that he says he feels like he's known Mew for a lot longer than he's actually known her.
As he has.
As he has. Yes. And so
Uh,
not really Yuka though. She's never met her.
no, that's true. But yeah, they now that Nana is, running off to save the day essentially in her mind, and Kouta and New in tow trying to find her. The helicopter lands in the city on the bridge. All the dudes get out. The whole city corner is shut down by the police. And basically we're now at the stage where there's some sort of showdown is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, we'll need to find her. And Mariko goes, no, she's coming to us. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's really
Makes things easier.
And
Yeah,
like,
that makes things so much easier.
and the smart guy was like, wait, really? I thought she'd be running now. No, she's going right here. And then she's right in front of them. And it's like, and she's like doing a big speech. Like, ha! I'm going to like save you. I'll take you down to save all the others. You won't hurt anyone. And then, what? How's that possible?
She gets destroyed in one. All of her limbs ripped off. All of her clothes ripped off as well. Because why not?
Yeah, limbs and clothes are ripped off, and that kind of where it ends.
Yeah, it is just funny because she's like, it's like, I'm gonna do this. I'll use my vectors, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh god.
She'd also mentioned that let's say, right, remember, we got to keep putting this code in every 30 minutes, or the bomb
Otherwise
goes
you'll
off.
blow up. Yep.
She's also on a wheelchair.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
So
Some Akira vibes.
Makira.
Akira,
Akira.
And like some of the kids in that were in chairs.
Yeah, one of them was.
One of them was certainly, yeah.
The other one was always in bed.
Yeah. That's right.
Anyway, yeah, so that's the end of that episode. Nana's in tatters.
How do you feel about this one then?
It's getting to the end. Getting some attachment. That's like said, it's a pretty dumb episode. Some of the stuff that happens in it. It shares a lot of the OVA stuff, because it also shows her feeding the dog in this one, Nana.
Yep, it shows her overfeeding the dog again.
I loved how the bowl just kind of filled up. She just poured it in like that, and the bowl fills up with like all the dog bits. It's also dry dog food bits, and it doesn't like overflow or anything. It just piles up.
No, it just kept piling up.
It's like, that's some magical shit right there.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I'll give it a 10. 6. 6 out of 10.
I think a 6 is fair. I do think the scene of her waking up is mad. Or being released, number 35 being released is pretty cool. But yeah, the rest of it's the best scene. Yeah, the rest of it's about meh. I think a 6. I think 6 seems fair.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, we have managed it. We've done it again. We've gotten to the end of our episodes for the day, having gone through 10, 10 and a half, and 11. with only 2 more episodes to go in the season, which means that the next episode will be our last one for the season.
For Elfen Lied.
Yep. So,
Lied.
ladle. Which means, of course, you've been listening to Who's That Anime, a podcast about anime, which can be found anywhere where good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. We don't have any advertising or anything on this. We don't make any money, but we do like to talk about this stuff. And if people want to support that, that would be amazing. You can help that by leaving a review. Or if you have already left a review or can't leave a review, it would also be amazing if you were to maybe tell a friend and get them to join in on the fun. We have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episode releases and the occasional anime memes. We have a Discord a Discord thing.
Mm-hmm. Channel?
Yeah. Discord channel. Yeah, the word was escaping me, but yeah, we have a Discord channel. You can find the link to that in the show notes. We also have video versions of this episode that Colin painstakingly puts together. If you go to youtube.com and search for @Who's That Anime, you should find those there. Colin and I occasionally like to play some video games, live streaming. So you can find those at twitch.tv/couchfuel for Colin, and for myself, it's twitch.tv/hailpayman. You can also find the kind of back catalogue and archive of any of the videos and streams that we've done for those channels on youtube.com by searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman.
Yeah.
And we've done it.
Yeah.
We should have called the bonus episodes OVAs for our podcast, Colin.
Well, there wouldn't be though.
I guess.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. OVAs.
Yeah.
You can retrospectively rename them all.
I could do that.
Or you can just start doing it from now.
I could also do that. That's easier.
That is easier. It also sets
easier.
new precedents.
It does. It does.
But
cool.
that would be an ecumenical matter.
On the plus side, that means that our last episode will be released the week just before, so the 22nd of October will be the last episode of this season, followed up by the 29th of October, which will be our Halloween bonus episode, which we will talk about in the next episode, about what we're going to be covering there. And then we'll be back to do another season.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be. What's that, season
12?
Season 12. Oh yeah, it's the Paranoid Android.
Did we announce that what it was going to be? I think we maybe did.
I think we did, like, a while back.
A while ago. Well, if we didn't, surprise, it's not Paranoid Android, it's Paranoia Agent.
Oh, I was expecting androids.
Oh, there might be some androids in it. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Is it an album, Paranoid Android, or is it a song?
Paranoid Android is a song by Radiohead.
Yeah,
it's on OK Computer.
OK Computer. Anyway, on that note,
send us out.
I'll see you next time Annie plays Annie's people and that stuff. We'll see you later. Bye.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.